What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of State of the Union, brought to you by the Comic Collectors Guild. My name is Jake. You guys know me as the Superman, and joining me are the two big boys here in the Comic Collectors Guild. We got the president, Izzy, in the house, and we have the VP, LT. Gentlemen, how are you guys tonight?
What's up, Jake? How you doing?
I'm good. Happy Easter to everybody. Hope everybody's staying safe.
You too?
Yeah, hope everyone's staying safe and enjoying their holiday. With your family is definitely a little change up from what we're used to, but we wanted to bring you some content to kind of pass your time on this awesome holiday. And we thought it would be interesting, with the Comic Collectors Guild to kind of give you guys a history lesson about how the guild, came about, how it started, and kind of walking you through the process of where we're going and ultimately what we'd like to see the guild become in the future. So I guess, Izzy, starting with you, what kind of were the driving factors in making you create the guild, and how did it, come about?
Well, that's a funny story. Probably over a year ago, I was always collecting. I've got my collection, and I never wanted to use Instagram or anything like that. And actually, I was, my kid's wife, everyone say, hey, just go in there. Get an Instagram. So I said, okay. So I started looking, and I found other people who were collecting and putting stuff on Instagram. So I decided to have an Instagram page just for Batman and my collection. So afterwards, I started seeing a lot of other people in clubs, people, making communities, being in communities. So I decided to apply to one of these communities online. I was denied. I didn't get in. It was no big deal, they had their rules. Then I tried another club, and I was denied again. So I was a little upset. I was like, why am I getting it? Maybe I don't have enough content, I don't have enough stuff, or I didn't have what they wanted in the collection. So, and I already knew LT. I was following him. He was following me. And, I told my wife about it, and she was like, well, why don't you just open your own? So this all started from a woman.
There you go. Always.
She told me to start this club. All right. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do it. So I went around, looked for the logo, got the name, I did everything. And then I approached LT about it. I said, hey, you want to be a member? So LT was actually the first member, number one. Now he's the vice president. He's our graphic designer, website designer. He's our, number one guy inside the guild. But, starting that, I didn't think it was going to be as rapid as it did, growing. I mean, we're got a lot of people inside already, and we're still, we're overwhelmed with applications now. Yeah. But, it was really cool in the beginning, just having some, having a little community, getting it together. But I wanted to do something different. And LT even agreed at that time, let's let everybody in. Anybody who likes comics, yeah. Comic books, statues, figures, cosplayers, artists, writers. Even there's a couple inkers who inks comics. This is all, it's all one community.
Right.
So it doesn't matter who or what you do, as long as it's comic related. That's right. It. I think that's what sets us apart from everybody else, and I don't think we've said no to too many people, very few people actually. Almost everybody gets in. It's a community. That's what we do, and we got a great bunch. But for the future, I see us. Like right now, we're in our 1 year anniversary, right? We should be doing a nice big giveaway for the public. That's coming up. 3 prizes. So I hope everyone knows that. 3 big prizes. But for our future, we're looking at different things, trying to hit Comic Cons. We're going to try to have booths at Comic Cons. And we're going to probably do some other stuff that I don't want to discuss. I don't want everyone to know, but it's definitely going to be, collectible related. So people will enjoy, things that we bring out in the future. What do you think, LT? What do you got in mind on all this?
No, man. I mean, honestly, I was thinking way back before we started, how we met.
Yes.
You basically gave me a figure from what Comic Con? New York Comic Con?
New York Comic Con.
Last year's or 2 years ago? I
It
don't
was
know.
about a year, a little over, yeah, almost 2 years, I think it was.
Yeah, you had just reached out because we had been following. You said, "Hey, I want this to go to a good home," and you're like, "You want it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then that just right there, that's what started our our bond as far as being collectors, being geeks, and everything. And I remember that one time when he asked me, I was like, that's kind of too cool because I too was denied, to several clubs, a comics club and an actual action figure club. And I mean, I don't know why I didn't make the action figure club. I mean, look behind me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Just look at my Instagram.
Yeah, really.
But
Yeah.
no, yeah, I saw an opportunity once, Iz had put it out there. And I was like, yeah, we can actually make this work. And and the number one uh, thing we decided on was, like other clubs, we were not going to charge a fee to get in, a membership or a due or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that right there hinders a lot of people. There's some clubs that have a yearly membership fee, and just to get some, I guess, some swag, I guess, or but we decided, not to do that. So anything we have given out to our members has been merely from donations or personal pocket.
Yeah.
Personal pocket as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've tried to come up with ways to you know make some money for the club, not for ourselves. This was never meant to be profit for Iz and I. This is you know whatever monetary donations we get, we turn it around.
Turns
You
right
know,
back in.
we've given away magnets and those little bracelets, some stickers. Hopefully now, we've got a lot more ideas down the road. We did put out some T-shirts, and that was all. Members bought them themselves. You wasn't
At
recommended.
cost.
Yeah, at cost too.
Yeah.
They were never required to buy it. Nothing. Just you know, to be part of our group is just be a geek, be a out there, love what you do, love what you collect. I mean,
Yeah.
that's been the whole goal ever since. And like Izzy said, we've got a lot more plans that there's everything's still in the fryer. We don't want to reveal anything yet, but our main goal is to get our name out there on cons, at cons, interviews with top not collectors, uh, comic artists,
Yep. And we do
toy
have some
manufacturers.
celebrity artist members.
Yes, yes. That'd be cool. One of us one day at a con and interview Todd McFarlane or something. Things like that. That's what we want. We want to put our name out there and have it associated with just geekdom, fandom. Fangirls, fanboys, anything.
Yeah, yeah, that's one thing I can kind of attest to is you guys, I've been, man, it's flying by, but it seems like I've been in the guild forever now. But I guess for me, I didn't have kind of the backstory of when I found the guild, I was kind of new to collecting and new to all this, and it was so cool. I think for all of us being geeks, we're spread out all over the country, and some people in Canada and different countries, so. You kind of feel like you don't have anybody to geek with sometimes, when you're in a particular market or area. So it's such a cool thing to have people from all across the country, all across the world that you can relate to so many different things with because it's a character that you both enjoy or a figure that you both have or a Funko Pop. So I thought it was so cool that, there was such a community, within the Comic Collectors Guild that, offered such a diverse platform for us to communicate, whether it's, as you mentioned, talking about cosplays, talking about, the next Marvel movie that just came out or, the new Funko Pop or comic book. And I thought it was such a cool thing to have all this group of people be able to communicate with one another, without any pressure of, you need to pay $20 a month or you need to donate something, or it's just fun, and that's kind of ultimately what I know you guys' vision is, a fun environment, a family environment where you can just kind of let your hair down, geek out, and, share each other's stories. So I think we're definitely on the right track in that regard. And I think that,
right.
It's starting to show because, like, as you mentioned, we have people applying left and right. We got YouTube videos coming out. Now we have, this vidcast. We have podcasts coming out every weekly. We have the comic reviews,
we
posts.
have a giveaway.
Yep, the giveaway.
Prizes, just a lot of stuff. Yeah, down
so,
the pipeline.
Like when we first started doing this, like what LT was saying, the majority of the stuff we were giving to members was actually coming from our own pockets, our own hard-earned money.
The website's purely me and Iz only.
Yeah, we pay for the website. We pay for a lot of the stuff and a lot of our time, especially LT. LT does a lot of hard work.
Yeah, guys, you see this behind me? This is all him, man. Like, he's so incredibly talented.
So, afterwards, it's gotten to the point where we, when I asked LT to become vice president and co-owner, it's because it was already too big for me to handle by myself. I didn't think it was going to be that way. And I'm glad because I knew I picked the right person. And then little by little, we started adding more people into our executive circle, like Jake and Ian and Ruby. And, it all boils down to, the funds weren't always there to do more for people because we don't want them doing for us. We want to do for them. We want to show them this is one community. So we did start a Patreon account, and, we were getting donations from members, Danny Rab, Locksmith Comics, and everyone else who's donating to us. Don't have all the names off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but we do thank you and your donations. All those donations go right back to the members. So we're working on the next big thing right now with these donations. But still, we still put money out of our own pockets because, a lot of these things do cost money, but we want to get that swag out there for everyone. We want to get them something that's pretty cool because I don't think that you paying for something that you like, should be that way. We should do it for you,
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be pay to be a part of something.
Right. You shouldn't have to pay for anything, but it's working. It's working, and right now we've to change up a little bit, but we have a giveaway with trying to remember the name now. Comic Prices Guide, right?
Oh,
was that what it is?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. There's so many companies now, so many different people.
Yeah.
They're great. They've been around for a long time. And we're doing a 1-year gold membership with them. And, whoever wins that is going to get a whole gold membership for a whole year. Also, Slab Stands. It's just became, the Guild's official comic book stand.
And they're awesome.
I mean, they're awesome. He does some great work. And he does really cool custom work. So if you want something that's real custom, that's bigger, he could do it for you. So definitely if you got comic books, you want to check out at Slab Stands on Instagram and tell him what you want. He does great work. But, there's a lot of people, and a lot of people working with us, getting together with us. And so it's a community. This is how it should be. All of us together and doing more.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me, as you touched on, being that people are starting to contribute and stuff, like how many talented people like we've run into that have a niche in, like slab stands, I wouldn't have known that they existed if it wasn't for the guild, but, they're super talented. And, LT with like these graphics that like are behind me. I mean, these are awesome. I know a lot of people would kill that, like put this in a poster frame, you know what I mean? So it's cool, not just for collectors, but to also.
It actually sounds like a good idea
people.
too.
I know.
Right.
There you go. You're welcome. I'll take 1% of each royalty that comes off of this poster. No, but
zero.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like, I think from the top down, the culture within our group, as far as support for each member, and it's kind of that family vibe. Why don't you touch on that a little bit? Of obviously there's only a few of us, executives, but we have a very, very quickly growing member rate. So what's kind of the culture that you guys are trying to build and have within our guild?
Well, I would say just a fandom for a particular genre. I mean, whether it be comics, cosplay, action figures, statues. I mean, was it last week? I don't recall which member it was. He's a fanatic of Lord of the Rings. His collection.
I mean, his collection's phenomenal.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
We have never had someone like that outside of, say, Superman, Batman.
Yeah,
that blew us away. Someone like that.
What's funny is I would love to have him as a member. I don't think he could. He thinks he could be a member because he doesn't believe that it's comic related. But I did a little research. They actually did a small series of comics for Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
So it is comic related. So if he's seeing this, get in touch with us.
Hey, look, dude, Middle Earths are welcome in the Comic Collector Grill.
Yes, definitely.
You can be an elf, a dwarf, whatever you want. Like, come on. No, but that's awesome. And, for us, obviously, we're doing all these new projects as far as, down the road, big picture, where would ultimately you like to see the guild, end up, maybe 5-10 years from now, crystal ball kind of thing.
Oh, that's so far down the road.
You got this, man.
I would like to see more members, more celebrities, actually, unifying the comic community.
Yeah.
And I'm talking from the top down.
Yeah.
Showing that this brand is definitely what people would want to see and trust. You know what I mean? Because it's, when you hear about the Comic Collectors Guild, if we tell you, hey, look, this is a good product, or you should try this, or you should get this, we stand by it. We want you to know that, you're hearing from experts. You're hearing from people with, years and years of experience in collecting or in comics, and I think that's what people want. They want that trust, because everyone is so spread out and so different.
Yeah.
It's so specific. I think this would work to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me too, I think, it's the importance of each member. Like, anybody who's even interested in joining, like, we support you guys. Like, we're happy to, even if we don't agree on, you might think Batman rocks. Some people might think Batman sucks. That's okay. Like, we're here to have fun. Everybody's has an objective opinion, and that's what's fun about comics. Is you can have these debates, and it's not personal and it's not offensive. Like, just you respect each other, and you can have fun debates. I've noticed being in the guild that that's ultimately what it's all about for us, and it's fun to be able to talk about whatever with everybody and get feedback. And we'd love to hear from every single member of the guild. Like, feel free to ask a question or bring a debate up, or whatever. Like, we love that involvement from every single one of you guys. So feel free to speak up, whether it's in GroupMe or the website or YouTube, whatever it is. I know you guys we've all talked about that and kind of echoed, like, everybody getting involved, and ultimately that's what we definitely want.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't realize how spread out we are. because we do have a Twitter account at Comic Collect One. We have our Facebook, Comic Collectors Guild. We have our YouTube. We have our Instagram. So soon, and so people know, we will be doing Spotify and things like that for our podcast. Those things will be coming up. Which is great. You can hear us on the road.
Yeah.
You don't have to just sit there and watch us all the time. These ugly mugs. You don't want to see this all day. But I think that this branching out will do good. And we're fairly new to the podcast, so we're trying. And I know Batman. What was the name of the podcast? Batman Above and Beyond. Batman Beyond podcast.
The Batman Beyond podcast. The one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's the other? There's one more.
We got.
I want to thank him. I want to thank him.
Batman versus everyone.
Yep, yeah. Batman versus everyone. I want to thank them, and they give us some tips. What's the best way of doing our podcast. I appreciate that. Those guys are experts. They've been doing it for a while. They're really good guys. But I think that they even believe in us. You know what I mean? What we're doing. I've actually recently we actually received a donation from somebody who's not even a member of the guild, who's not even a collector. It just says, hey, I believe what you guys are doing. You guys are doing awesome. Sent us a small donation, which was great. And I was shocked. People actually like what we're doing and what we're about. Yeah. That's what I have right now for that.
Yeah, and on the YouTube front, obviously, I do a lot of that stuff. We've gotten some response even, when we put today of, Comic Tom, who has thousands of followers saying, this is an awesome video, great content. We've, spoken with Batman Statue Collector and Saturday Morning Batman, and some people with some obviously a lot larger pages at this point, but we're just getting off the ground, and to hear them say, we love this content and kind of giving tips. It's definitely very appreciated. We're still, and I'm still kind of new to this as well. So we're playing around. If you can tell by the backgrounds, these are new. We're trying as best we can to improve everything and make things as seamless and professional as possible. So if you have any suggestions or tips, we'd love to hear it. We genuinely would.
Oh, definitely.
We appreciate, all the support, whether you're a member or not. LT, I know you're a busy man with the graphics and all that. What about you? What are some of the things that, you would say to the members out there or people that are looking to get involved, or just anything that you are a part of on a day-to-day with the guild?
Well, I'm speaking on behalf of Ian. He's the one who holds our Saturday member podcast. I know he wants, or we want, a member rotation, to that podcast. This has already been our third week, I believe, and we have had a good show, about 5 people rotating here and then. But we want to encourage a lot of our members. I mean, we've got over 150 members. We want to. Hopefully, we want at least one of them.
More than that, actually.
But get more than 2 or 3 new members every week. We're just right now we're focusing, or Ian's podcast is focusing on comic books, and then halfway through the show, it turns into whatever we start talking about. Our goal is to get more members on there, and rotate them around, let them speak their mind about what comic is, what they're reading, what they're collecting, stuff like that. Whatever else on my end, graphic wise, I'm always trying to put out the best informative type posts, just so have the rest of the guild post them for me, with our constant giveaways, or even the podcasts. Ultimately my goal is to get this like a well-oiled machine, everything happening, you know, in order according to schedule. I mean, be honest, tonight was kind of a hiccup in our plans, but look what we're doing. We're talking about the guild. That's a great alternative, you know. You know, other than that, you know, I've got I got nothing else about that.
No, I mean, I appreciate that. I think that ultimately, too, you know, same thing for the YouTube. I mean, anybody that's out there, if you want to be a part of a show or a debate, like, you are more than welcome. We'd love everybody to be involved, whether it's, you know, a comment or question or being on the show, doing a room tour of your collection, whatever you want to do. Like, we're all for it. We support that 100%. And, you know, the executive group is a small one. So, sometimes we're a little slow with things and we're figuring things out, but we want everybody to be a part of this, and everybody, you know, plays an equal part in making this thing tick. So I know we can all say that we thoroughly appreciate everybody who's, you know, contributed, just showing off your collection and just been a part of this. We are quickly growing, and, you know, I'm excited to see where it goes, because I mean, it's even just in the last month, things have just skyrocketed.
Big time.
Yeah, and I think for the members too, you know, we appreciate you two gentlemen for everything you guys do for the guild and for starting this thing and creating a community for us.
Well, let's hope it keeps continuing.
Yeah, that indeed. But
there's no reason it won't continue.
Right.
Yeah. And what's nice too, especially with times like this, with the pandemic going on, like,
the
welcome distraction where it's just, you know, something to get away from the bad news of the world.
And that's another reason for all the giveaways we're doing. And especially you, Jake, came up with that great March Madness bracket. That did well. A lot of people was distracted doing that, you know. But I want to change the subject for 2 seconds.
Sure.
Okay, I want to change the subject for 2 seconds. I want to order this.
There's none wrong with that at all.
I need to pre-order this. Okay. I have to have this. All right. Batman Beyond, you know, statue from Sideshow. I gotta have this. This is what I want. And I hate
Christmas
to change
comes
it up,
early,
but
guys.
I've been itching to even talk about this.
No, we can definitely talk about it.
You know, I want this. Look at that.
Which of those heads do you like?
I like this head.
So I like that they do that. I think that, you know, I've touched on it with some of my reviews. The Sideshow always does their own little twist in some way on some of the characters or the suits, whether it's, and I love that sculpt. I think that's a fantastic.
I mean, both these heads look good. I like them both. Yeah. You know, I think I would use this one for a little while, but I kind of like, I mean, this would be more the original Batman Beyond, right?
Yes, I think that's the animated portrait.
Yeah, that's the animated portrait. Yeah. But I like this. This has a little more darker, I'm pissed off, I'm going to get you look.
Yeah, it does. And what you can't see is it's like a rocket booster coming out of his boots on the base, which is awesome. It's so Batman Beyond. I'd say pull the trigger on it. I have a $25 off coupon if you need to use it.
I'm good. Well, hold off, because I'm so over my head right now.
This is what happens. I've talked that man into more statues. I'm responsible for Izzy's wallet getting lighter and lighter, because I've talked that man into multiple pieces.
Yes, you are not welcome for dinner for next year. You know that. I'm just telling you that right now. My wife is really upset with you. My daughter loves you, you know, but my wife don't, you know. Yeah. Because my daughter only wants your dog. So.
Don't they all?
Yeah. Why does everybody want your dog, Jake? I don't get it.
I don't know. I think it's because he's well behaved and he just looks
he
different.
is.
If anybody hasn't seen, I got like a German Shepherd Husky wolf dog that's got like a big brown patch and he's white and he's awesome.
It's a beautiful dog. It doesn't touch the statues, which is great. It doesn't knock it over.
There's shed on them, but that's about it.
But that's okay. We could deal with that.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think this is about $549, $600.
I want to say it's somewhere between $550 and $600 would be my guess.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not bad. They got the plan. They're paid off little by little. But I definitely need to get this. But I have another one on pre-order right now, and I don't think I have a very good picture of it. And it's that Batman 3000.
That is an epic suit.
This I have on pre-order. The
That
suit.
thing's awesome.
I mean, look at the colors. Oh, well, look, the chair. You can see it like in the background there. But this suit is unbelievable. The colors, you know, the way they did this. I mean, I like it. The head got chopped off. I don't know how.
I like the shine in the symbol on the chest.
The shine right in here.
And in the inside of the cape. I didn't actually notice that until just now. That's sick.
Talk about this.
That is Batman 3000, right?
Batman 3000. I mean, I love this. So I already have him on pre-order from Sideshow. There's a Sideshow Prime 1. Wait a minute.
Prime 1. I
got him already on pre-order. I want the other one, but this is a beautiful piece. And I don't, LT, did they make a figure similar to this?
Not that I recall.
No, I would love to see that in a figure.
That would be a good figure, yeah.
That would be an awesome looking figure to me.
It would. LT, are you, I know you're a big Batman fan. Are you a big Batman Beyond fan as well, or do you stick more with like the Bruce? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I see a lot of bat symbols behind you, my man.
I got to meet Will Friedle, the voice of Batman Beyond. I got his autograph on my Batman Beyond figure. Any incarnation of Batman I'm a fan of. You know,
there you go.
Figure-wise as well.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. If I met Will, I would make him do the Feeny call. That would be like the first thing that pops up. Feeny. Like, Boy Meets World fan. That's the problem. I love Batman Beyond, but every time I hear him, all I can think of is the freaking Feeny call. And I'm like, oh, gosh. But speaking of Batman Beyond, this is interesting, and we actually talked about this in the Guild. Did you guys see there was a report that back a while ago they tried to make a Batman Beyond movie with Clint Eastwood as Old Man Bruce Wayne?
Are you serious?
Yes. How awesome of a perfect casting would that be?
I don't know. I see Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry, you know, and the old cowboy
Western,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Oh, I thought his portrayal in Gran Torino, I was like, that's basically Old Man Bruce just without a gun or with a gun. You know what I mean?
His pants up his waist and everything.
Like, get off my lawn. I mean, if that isn't an Old Man Bruce statement, like, woof.
I mean, I think he would nail the pissed off old.
Oh yeah,
probably. Yeah, I can get that, but I just can't get past.
He's a big name. He's a very it's hard when you get like a legend like that, and then you stick him with a character because you just see that legend, especially like a Western.
Michael Keaton. You know,
that's what I would love to. As much as me and Iz are obviously, if you watch one of the former episodes, Affleck fans, but Keaton to me would be the choice for Batman Beyond.
For Batman Beyond, I think Keaton will nail that role. And believe it or not, I think it's time to do something like that.
They should. I know LT
Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Flashpoint Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Flashpoint and
or even Batman Beyond, believe it or not.
Yeah. LT, I know you would be in the movie theater living in there if Michael Keaton was a Batman Beyond.
Oh my God, yes. Old Man Bruce.
Reruns.
That would be
What was his? Didn't he have Ace, that big like black like Great Dane that he had with him at all
Ace
times when he was old?
Yeah, it's a German Shepherd. Yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah. I actually thought about naming my dog Ace, but he was too much of a wuss. I was like, no, that doesn't fit at all. No, that's cool, guys. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's really what we wanted to talk about in this episode is kind of the history of the Guild, how we came about, and where we're looking to go. So again, thank you so much for kind of sharing pulling back the curtains a little bit on our day-to-day and kind of our goals within the Guild. Let us know what your thoughts are, anything we can do to make things better, any suggestions if you want to be a part of a show or a podcast or whatever it might be. Again, we cannot stress enough how much we would love for you guys to, be a part of this with us. Again, thank you guys so much for sharing everything. And please check out the website, www.comiccollectorsguild.com. Put in an application. We'd love for you to be a part of our community. We're going to welcome everybody with open arms. And in the meantime, we hope everyone stays safe through all this. Happy Easter again. And until next time, guys, stay hunting.